Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. It might be the #1 problem in New Jersey, certainly #1 on property owners' minds. New Jersey property taxes, the highest in the country. It is also the topic of a major investigative effort by the Asbury Park Press. And here to talk about that is Susanne Cervenka, who is a reporter at the Asbury Park Press. Thank you so much for being here. It's easy to figure out why you chose this as a topic, because it's on top of everybody's mind.
It's huge. Actually, there was, for 9 years straight, Monmouth University poll, top issue for New Jersey residents.
And what have you found?
We have found a lot of people that are hurting in terms of their property taxes. They just can't afford to pay them anymore.
Wait a second, I thought it was fixed. I thought we had a 2% cap, and because of that 2% cap on spending, that we were fine.
Well, we looked at it, and actually, so 2% cap sounds good, but 2% property taxes raised $27 billion from New Jersey taxpayers last year. So 2% is $500 million, and that's $500 million each year going forward with under a 2% cap. And
there's a big difference, right, in saying that you're going to put a 2% cap on spending. That's not a 2% cap necessarily on your property taxes.
Yeah, so that's one of the issues and the misnomers that residents will say, hey, what happened to the 2% cap? My taxes went up a lot higher than 2%. Well, the 2% cap is on each government's overall spending. So your town can increase their tax levy, the amount they get from property taxes, by 2%. And there's some caveats to that too. So you have your town, you have your county level government, you have your schools. And when that all comes out in the wash, that's not necessarily 2% for the taxpayer.
Do you have some individual examples about how much property taxes have gone up over the 2%?
Well, I mean, if you're talking in terms of the taxpayers, yeah, I've talked actually one gentleman who went up just today as high as 35%, and that's in his new senior development where, you know, these residents thought they were moving in and they were going to be spending their, the rest of their lives in these homes. And now many of them are, at least many of those that he spoke to, are wondering whether they're going to have to sell because they can't afford their property taxes.
So we have people moving out of New Jersey now because of property taxes?
We have seniors that are moving out of New Jersey. You always think of the idea of, okay, well, I'm going to move down to Florida because the weather is better. Well, there's plenty of people who are moving to Florida because it's, their retirement savings go a lot further in Florida than they do in New Jersey. You have millennials that are moving out of New Jersey to North Carolina. We had a reporter that went to North Carolina following some of these residents, or former New Jersey residents, and they can afford a house in North Carolina, but they can't afford one in New Jersey.
Have you been able to look over the last several years of this?
Yeah, sure. So that's one of the things we looked at too. 5 years ago, the average tax bill was just shy of about $7,300. Right now, we're just shy of about $8,200, and by 2020, the average tax bill in New Jersey will be about $9,000 if nothing changes.
So that would be about 14%, then jumping up to about 25%.
Yeah.
A lot more than the 2% that Governor Christie seems to be saying that he put a cap on. And I guess it's the semantics of it, isn't it? It's that 2% is the belief that it's on property taxes. And I think that's what property owners thought was going to happen.
I think a lot of people I talked to, because a lot of, when I was talking with taxpayers, they said, hey, what happened to my 2%? Because my bill went up 10%, my bill went up 20%. And one gentleman whose bill went up close to 30%.
When do you start this series? When have you ever read this?
It'll go online sooner, but it'll hit print October 13th.
October 13th. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Great work. I look forward to reading it. Susanne Cervenka, who is a reporter at the Asbury Park Press and APP.com. When we come back, an important topic for New Jersey, and especially an important topic if you love Jersey tomatoes, when Jersey Matters continues.